Hello and welcome back. I'm Ben Silk,
And I'm Kevin Deleg.
and today we will be doing the NFL mock draft for the 2026 NFL draft, and it's gonna be a good draft for sure. A lot of great players, and yeah, Kevin, before we start, any thoughts about this year's draft?
Yeah, a lot of talented players on the board. It's a great draft class. A lot of players that are going to go to great teams. And I'm excited because my team has two first round picks. But as a Cowboys fan, that can go either good or bad. But as of late, we have been drafting great. But as a draft as a whole, the quarterback class isn't the best. But besides that, this is a phenomenal draft class. Down the board.
No, yeah, for sure, and yeah, let's get started right away with first overall pick. And
Let's take a wild guess here. And
uh,
I don't know. Who do the
I
Raiders
don't know.
want? Mm,
I'm gonna go. So they need QB. So
yeah.
I think we'll go. Let's go Jeff Stick.
Oh, jeez.
No.
Jefferson was
Well,
actually in Nebraska,
yeah,
former Nebraska.
yeah. And Arnold
Yeah.
Mendoza, they're already like
Don't even gotta think
Brady.
twice.
Like I think they've already like spoiled. Like they already like basically
Yeah.
already made a decision. The Jets are basically already on the clock. Yeah, not much else to say. But
Yeah.
yeah. And that was will be the first overall pick. But
Yeah. But let's just talk a tiny bit about Mendoza because I know this is guaranteed first
yeah,
overall draft pick. But Fernando Mendoza, I mean, we saw the run he had at Indiana, won the national championship, won the Heisman. So this is a quarterback going and taking that step into the NFL. How do you think, Ben, he's going to translate to the NFL? Do you think he's going to translate good, or do you think he's going to translate bad? Because me personally, I think he's going to be a little rough
yeah,
because some of these great college players don't always transfer over, especially in an organization like the Raiders. They have not found success at the quarterback position. So I think it's going to be a little bit tough at first, but I think maybe down the later half of the season we'll start to see some of that success.
yeah. I think yeah for sure it's gonna be a bit rough. I think for him to start and yeah, like you see Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, like all those quarterbacks that first season they struggle, but like and I think we're gonna see similar thing with Mendoza, and it's just because like the Raiders they don't have like a great cast like supportive cast surrounding him yet, and I just think with that team and everything, it's gonna take some time, but I do think a few years he may be a top 10, maybe even top 5 quarterback in the NFL, but I just think he needs some time and also needs the right supporting cast around him as well to eventually become good.
Yeah, totally. All right, now at the number two overall pick, we have the New York Jets, another team that has been in this spot for years now. But now they're in a position. Do they want offense? Do they want defense? Ben, I'm thinking they need defense, and it's between
Yeah.
Arvell Reese and David Bailey out of Texas Tech. I'm gonna say who I think they should take, and you can tell me who you think they should take. But based on what has been said, I think the noise has been around David Bailey, the edge rusher out of
Yeah.
Texas Tech, who on that Texas Tech, Texas had one of the best, if not the best, defense last season, and he was because of that. He's a little bit like a Micah Parsons, fairly quick off the edge, speedy guy, but he's kind of iffy when it comes to the run defense. And then you look at Arvell Reese, who's like a linebacker hybrid edge rusher. He could play both linebacker and edge rusher. So there's like that other Micah Parsons. So both these players remind us of Micah Parsons a lot. But I think me personally, I'm taking Arvell Reese just because of his upside. He is a phenomenal athlete. We saw him in the combine. His size, I think he has a lot of room for improvement. And he just transferred over to the edge position last season,
Yeah.
and we saw how successful he was. So mainly a linebacker, but the upside of edge is there definitely. And this just seems like a Jets pick. I feel like, or they would go David Bailey. That seems more like a Jets pick. But if I was personally the Jets, I'm taking Orville Reese. But people are saying that David Bailey's going here. So yeah,
Yeah. So Jets, yeah, I like they need defense and yeah, with losing Sauce, with losing Quincy Williams, yeah, not much to say, but yeah, either Ava Weiss or David Bailey for sure. And at the end of the day, though, you got to go with the better player. And the better player are these two in my mind, based on what I know. Yeah, Ava Weiss is solid for Ohio State. Yeah, I think Jets should
Mm.
take him. But Cardinals with this third pick, this is going to be an interesting one. Are they going to go offense? They need a quarterback, but top quarterback available. Ty Simpson. Is he too much of a
Yeah,
reach
that's
here?
yeah.
This is gonna be interesting. Or do they want to go Gardner Minshew, or are they
Mm.
gonna go like Jeremiah Love? Like James Conner is getting old. So yeah, Kevin, what are your thoughts?
I think they're gonna lean more towards the offensive line. I think they're in a rebuilding mode, and the best lineman on this board, if you want to scroll down, I think it's Fano. Yeah, Spencer Fano out of Utah. He has been considered the best offensive lineman in the draft. So I think people are saying the noise has been that Fano it could be going at this spot, or it's David Bailey. So I don't know. Do you think they go O line this high, or do you think they go no David Bailey?
It's debatable because I was looking at this too, and like they do need O line. Like you look at how many times Murray's been struggling with injuries now, obviously on the Vikings, but like you need a better O line, and I think that would help tremendously. But then Davis Bailey also a great pick, so I really think they could go either way. But
Mm,
just
yeah,
looking at like how much higher David Bailey is, and just
yeah,
type of player he is, like I gotta say David
yeah.
Bailey
Let's go
here.
David Bailey.
Yeah. But Titans at 4. Do they go Jeremiah Love here? They need a running back,
Mm,
or they also need a line as well. Defense could always improve. Yeah, this is an interesting spot. Running back like Jeremiah Love, he's a solid player, but yeah, Titans not a great team, and at the end of the day, like a running back doesn't make a huge difference. Even though Jeremiah Love is pretty great, is does it make sense to take him here? Like you saw Saquon go to the Giants. He
mm,
didn't change the Giants, but when he went to a good team like the Eagles, he helped them get to the Super Bowl. So like I don't know how much of a difference Jeremiah Love will make here. So I don't know about him, but yeah, Kevin, what are your thoughts?
yeah, I think it's between Jeremiah Love and the offensive lineman. But based on what has been said again, it's Jeremiah Love at this pick. Yes, the fourth overall pick. That's a prime position to get some like key players, superstar players. Jeremiah Love is a superstar. I mean, this guy. I mean, he's one of the best running backs I've seen in the last few years. I remember watching him in the playoffs. This dude has lights out speed. I mean, his vision on the field is insane. So Jeremiah Love just reminds me of that Bijan Robinson, that Bijan Robinson, Jameer Gibbs, Saquon Barkley type of running back. Trust me, this is a safe pick. I think they go Jeremiah Love here. Yes, the Titans running back at 4 is high, but it just makes sense for the Titans, especially with the organization they are.
Yeah, yeah. So I think Jeremiah Love. It's a risky pick, but at the end of the day, like they're gonna. I think they go Jeremiah Love here. They're trying to become a better team. He just step in the right direction. May have many negatives, but yeah, I think I agree with you there. I think we should go Jeremiah Love here. Yeah, so let's do that. And then the Giants.
Yeah, this.
Giants line has gotten a lot better. You look at their offense is phenomenal. I think, my opinion, I think they go something somewhere defense here.
Yeah,
Maybe Caleb Downs, maybe
Sony
a
sucks.
cornerback. Yeah, Sony
Mm.
Styles as well.
I
Student Delane.
yeah. So I do think the Giants, and I don't want to like make this sound stupid, but it seems like I'm a Cowboys fan, right? So it seems like the NFC East teams always steal some of my favorite players. And Caleb Downs, when I say this man is going to be a superstar defensive player, he is guaranteed to be a safe, like one of the best safeties in the league, day one starter. He is one of the best tacklers I've seen in college. He has been ever since he was a freshman at Alabama. This kid has been so talented. his brother Josh Downs on the Colts, so football is in his blood.
Yeah,
I think this is a no-brainer. I think they go Caleb Downs here, just because John Harbaugh stepping in as the head coach of the New York Giants. We saw them take Kyle Hamilton, who was now one of the best safeties in the NFL, multiple-time Pro Bowler. I think John Harbaugh is just looking for someone like Kyle Hamilton, and Caleb Downs just seems like the guy here.
yeah, I agree with that for sure. Just yeah, John Harbaugh building this team up. Caleb Downs, he was phenomenal in college. Big part of that Ohio State, like just this past season, the one they had, and yeah, Caleb Downs. Like, I think he'll be a good fit in that Giants defense, something they need. And yeah, so I feel like Caleb Downs, best pick here by far. He may even go higher, honestly. But
Yeah,
yeah, I think Caleb Downs go fifth to the Giants.
yeah. There was injury concerns there based on the injury he had over the offseason. But now the Browns at pick six. Where do they go? I think they go offensive line. And I've heard there's noise they want to trade back. But we're not doing any trades in this mock draft, so we're gonna stick and pick. I think they go Francis Manoga.
I think so. Manoga, yeah.
Yeah, I think they go him. Miami had one of the best offensive lines over the last few years. We saw with Cam Ward and now with Carson Beck, they have had phenomenal offense over the last few years. They put up crazy points, and he's been one of the reasons why. So I think they go Francis.
Yeah, this is a tough one because, like, they could go someone like Manoga to help that line. If the defense is solid, so they don't need anyone on defense. But look at that offense. Their receiver depth is not that good, and they may go receiver or tight end here, honestly. Like, something's telling me they may go Carnell Tate, Jordan Tyson, the solid picks here,
Mm,
but is it too high?
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I
it's not
think they
too bad.
could either I feel like they go either O line or wide receiver. It's gonna depend at the end what they think they need more. And I honestly honestly leaning towards wide receiver, maybe like Carnell Tate or Jordan Tyson. But yeah, Kevin, what do you think?
I think they go O line because there was an offensive lineman they lost. I mean, you want to build around Shador Sanders or your future quarterback, and I heard they lost some of their O linemen this past offseason. They lost a ton.
Yeah.
So it's up to you.
Oh yeah. If they lost their O lineman, yeah, they need a I didn't I was aware, but yeah, O lineman. Yeah, they take Francis. Yeah, if they need a line
Yeah,
for sure.
they.
That's the number one priority because they have receivers. The receivers aren't that great, but they have a better O line. Like you saw that with the Patriots. Like their receivers will
Mhm.
get better too. Yeah. We got the Commanders at 7 now. This is an interesting one. After a rough year, they got a lot of solid players, but some key losses as well. Yeah, Kevin, what are your thoughts here?
I think they go defense here, and based off the board, I do think they can go just best player available. And based off the combine this guy had, Sony Styles, that pick seven, just seems like the guy to me.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see the Commanders doing anything special here. They need to strengthen that defense after last season. Yeah, I think Sony Styles the pick to go here for sure. But
Now the Saints, yeah, the Saints at pick eight, they can really go anywhere here. I think they go receiver. I don't know about
nah,
you, but
I agree with that for sure. They need because they losing Shaheed, like they need a solid second receiver, maybe yeah, even a starter. I think they go either Tyson or Carnell Tate
yeah,
here.
I think
Uh,
Tate.
yeah, I think it's a flop of like
Yeah,
yeah, I was gonna say Tyson, but let's see
yeah,
either. But yeah, Tate, Tyson, both of them would be good. But thinking about like knowing that same system, I think actually Tate would be a better fit. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll agree with you. I think I'll go Tate here. But yeah, the Saints need a wide receiver, and hope next year, assuming they get a top pick, because I honestly don't think the Shock experiment's gonna work out next year. Like they get a top, because there's a lot of QBs coming in next year's draft, and yeah, he'll be set up with Carnell Tate as a wide receiver, and yeah, the Saints I think possibly make it far with Tate and maybe whoever whoever they get, Dante Moore or Arch Manning or whoever they may wind up getting. So yeah, I think Cornell Tate a good pick here, even if Chuck works out or not, just good for their future. They need more wide receivers now, especially without Shaheed.
Mm.
Now you got the Kansas City Chiefs. And no, they did not trade up. This is their pick, believe it or not. And they're set on offense. Actually, no, they lost some receivers. Lost Marquise Brown, but they still got a few solid receivers. They got,
Yeah, receiver worthy. They still have Travis Kelsey.
yeah.
So I do think they go cornerback here after they lost Trent McDuffie.
Oh, yeah. Now, yeah. Without McDuffie, yeah, they need to strengthen that defense for sure. Or, where do they go? Edge. But I think, yeah,
Yeah,
Deep Lane, he
yeah,
fell this
Mansour
far.
Delane.
Yeah, I think he was pretty good.
He was the best cornerback in the SEC last season.
Yeah,
Lights out. I don't think he allowed a touchdown. Mansour Delane, the clear pick here for the Chiefs if he.
I think for them to go defense here, they need to strengthen that defense. But now, like talking about a team that needs
Oh
defense,
my gosh.
yeah, they made some good moves in the off season, but they need defense, and now like the defensive players are gone. But yeah, you got the Bengals, and yeah,
Yeah,
not much else to say. They've just been struggling with that bad defense. And gotta mention, terrible O line. So they may want to go O
yeah.
line two here. But yeah, so this is
I
a tough one.
I think they're leaning more defense just because it's so bad. Like them and the Jets, they had it they were neck and neck for worst defense. And Ruben Bain, who was projected to possibly be in the top three, but due to legal stuff and reports on his hand size and his arms and stuff like that, he's gonna fall down the board. And the Bengals have seemed like the team. They've always seemed like the team to pick players like
Yeah.
Ruben Bain, who's just falling down. And yeah, we saw it last season. I forget his name, but I remember they didn't even sign the player they had taken in the first round until literally the season started. So I don't know about you, but Ben Ruben Bain just seems like the pick here. They need defense.
No, yeah, they need defense for sure. I'm in the middle between defense and O line, but you look at top players available. Bain, I think the best choice by far. I think they should focus more on the defense and the O line, and yeah, just looking at how they're ranked, yeah, Ruben Bain, I think the pick here for sure.
Mhm.
Then you got Miami Dolphins, which they're obviously tanking this year. They're trying to build for the future at this point, and they just lost Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill in the offseason, so maybe a possible option to go wide receiver here, though they also did lose some defensive players as well. So they really could do whatever here. So, but yeah, Kevin, what are your thoughts?
Mm. I think they go receiver. Jalen Tolbert is their wide receiver one. The Cowboys' third string or fourth string receiver is their wide
Yeah,
receiver one. So I do think they go receiver. It's between Jordan Tyson and Makai Lemon for me here.
I do feel they go receiver here. Something tells me they go Kai Lemon. My opinion, Tyson
Yeah,
is
Tyson.
better, but I feel like the Dolphins not take the better one. Feel like they go Lemon here. Lemon here seems pretty solid, and yeah, three offensive players available. It's hard to pass up, especially how like low the depth is on that offense right now. So
Yeah.
I think they go Lemon here for sure. Now, yeah, this one
Yeah.
I'll let this be all you.
Yeah, so Cowboys pick 12. It's a tough pick because a lot of great players are coming off the board, and that's why the Cowboys have been in the talks for trading up. But we're sticking and picking, and the Cowboys defense when it was so bad, it was so horrendous. That offense was a Super Bowl offense, a Super Bowl caliber offense, and they were held back by the defense. So with two picks now in the first round, it's clearly defense. But at pick 12, Gerard McCoy out of Tennessee. This seems like the pick. I mean, we need cornerback, we need secondary help. And Gerard McCoy, yes, he had an ACL tear, but dude, he's if he didn't have that ACL tear, he would have been top five. So this is a player you're taking a risk on, but for good reason. He is talented as it gets.
Yeah, yeah, agree with that. They just need a defense, but I think we'll stick with McCoy here. But the Rams at pick 13, I think they're gonna make a bit of a risk here. They're trying to build for the future. Stafford's getting old. They only got a solid team around him. Why not go Ty Simpson here? They got a high pick. Yeah, Kevin, what are your
Yeah,
thoughts?
honestly, I could see how Ty Simpson has been in the talks of being in the first round. The Rams probably the favorite. I could see it happening 100%.
Yeah, I think Ty Simpson. I think this could be the surprise of the draft. They're trying to build for the future. He's quarterback. He's probably a solid quarterback for the future of the NFL. Someone that won't start right away, and I think that would be quarterback like that would be a perfect fit for the Rams. Sit behind Stafford for a year or two, or maybe three, and then that Rams system. I think he could be one of the top players possibly in the NFL. Yeah, we'll see. Now we got the Ravens with the John Harbaugh list. Ravens, they've already been heading in the direction, in my opinion. And yeah, this is going to be an interesting pick here, Kevin. What do you see them do?
I could see them going Bano here. Honestly, they need some offensive help, or I could see them going receiver. So
Yeah.
it's either offensive line or receiver here for me.
No, yeah, I do feel they need offensive help for sure. And yeah, like that like they don't have many receivers at all. Obviously, they got Bateman and Flowers, but like still, I feel like Lamar Jackson is like they're relying on his feet a lot. I think another receiver, in my opinion, would
Jordan
help here.
Tyson.
So I would go with Jordan Tyson. Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Jordan Tyson makes sense here.
Yeah, so got Jordan Tyson. Then you got the Buccaneers and Todd. This is an interesting one. They're pretty set on offense here, but you look, yeah, they've been struggling with injuries, so I think maybe that O line or they may look defensively, but I feel like they could go either. They have a lot of good options here. They've been going offense these last few years. They went Buka last year. I think it's time for them to go defense
Yeah.
here. But yeah, what do you think?
This is a weird pick for the Buccaneers because they could really go anywhere. There's not one spot they need to go. But based on their needs, I could see them going hmm, feeling out of Georgia or Banana here.
Yeah,
An offensive tackle. Get Baker some help. Protection. We saw he was a little banged up, injured last season. Maybe they go offensive line. It's a tough pick.
yeah, I think I really don't know here. Maybe if I think offensive line, just based on who's available, best choice for them. Like, yeah, Baker's been getting like the team's just been struggling with injuries. I think just having a stronger offensive line will help this top offense, especially with losing Evans as well. So I think they go feelings here in my opinion. But it could be no too. But yeah, I think they'll go Fields. Then you got the Jets.
Yeah, we
The
got the Jets
Jets,
again.
they were gonna go QB here probably with Ty Simpson. Do they go Nushmeyer? He's a solid quarterback, but I think it's too much
Way
of a
too
reach. It's just too much of a reach here, and yeah, the Jets are probably gonna get the
much.
second or probably third overall pick next year. So
I see the offensive linemen start coming off the board now.
yeah,
I think they go Fano because Fano. I've seen mock drafts and he's been in the top 10 in some of them.
yeah.
I know this simulator has him kind of low, but I can see Fano going here.
I could see that, but also like they need defense. Like they've lost a lot of defense. They've also lost offense. So I honestly feel like they go.
They took an edge. They took an edge with Arvell Reese.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So have an edge. Look at the players available. Yeah, I let's do for now.
Yeah.
For now makes the most sense for them. Yeah, and you got the Detroit Lions.
Mm.
The Detroit Lions. They're an interesting one here.
Yeah, Detroit. They can go anywhere. It seems like based off what their needs are, offensive tackle or edge. And this is tough. I could see them taking an offensive lineman here. Maybe Hayden Proctor, but I feel like they're fine at that. So I think Akeem Akeem Mesidor for out of
Yeah,
Miami. I think he's a great edge rusher, and I think he
yeah,
could help out that edge.
yeah.
And yeah,
That defense, I feel like yeah, that defense could always use more help. So yeah, yeah, I think I'll leave it that there. But then you got the Vikings, strong offense. Obviously, JJ McCarthy got injured this past year. Still in the Vikings as well, though. He's gonna start.
mm,
But I think, especially yeah, with Murray's height, there's a lot of reasons. I think they need to strengthen that O line here. I'm gonna go. My opinion, I think Proctor from Alabama. I
yeah.
think he goes here.
Yeah, that's a great. I mean, I can see it. Caden Proctor is an offensive weapon as an offensive lineman, which is crazy because that's rare as that rare can be. I remember watching Alabama games. This man sometimes would get handoffs out of as an offensive tackle, and he would get touchdowns. So Caden Proctor, I can see it working in that offensive heavy offense. So yeah, I can definitely see that. So now the Panthers.
The Panthers, another interesting one. They've been strong with offense the last few years. I
I
feel like
think
they go maybe a line or defense.
I think they go Sadiq.
Sadiq,
Yeah, I've seen reports the Panthers are favorites for Kenyon Sadiq.
Sadiq.
A Kyle Pitts 2.0 maybe.
Oh,
He is a physical specimen. He has one of the best traits in the draft, maybe top two, top three physical traits. This dude is huge, but the production is not there. But I could see them taking Sadiq, and he's obviously rated really high. See it. Yeah, just because of the skills he has. So I see Sadiq here personally.
yeah.
Give Bryce Young some more offensive weapons, help him develop. Yeah, I could
No,
definitely.
yeah, they do need a tight end. Like they need a
Yeah.
solid tight end, and I think it will help Bryce Young. So Sadiq, honestly, it isn't a bad pick here. And yeah, they do need O line and defense, but Sadiq's available. He'd be a good pick, yeah. Especially with the rumors and likeliness. I think yeah, they go Sadiq. But then you got the Cowboys, and I think they're gonna reach. They'll take Jeff Sims.
No, please. If anyone take Tommy Castellanos. But all
We'll go Carson
seriousness,
back.
all seriousness, I think Dylan. Oh, jeez.
Carson,
No,
no, you're gonna do it. Carson back.
Carson Beck. There was actually rumors that Carson Beck was starting with the Cowboys.
Oh, that's yeah.
But I'm not even gonna think twice. Dylan Thieneman out of Oregon, another safety. Him and Caleb Downs are one A, one B. Them two are one of the best safety talents. Transfer from Purdue, transfers to Oregon, has another phenomenal season of time. Dylan Thieneman, don't even think twice.
Yeah, yeah, solid. Yeah, I think that's a solid pick for that there. But now you got the Steelers. Steelers. This is yeah, the Steelers are a team. Who knows what they're gonna look like next year? Probably go 9-8. But yeah, you got multiple options here. But I feel like they go receiver here, and that's just because you got DK Metcalf. But who else do they have at receiver? They lost
Hmm.
a lot of top receivers. I think they need a solid number two or maybe solid number one as DK is getting older. So I think they either go Boston or Cooper here.
I think you go Denzel Boston over
Yeah.
Amari Cooper, just because Denzel Boston has crazy upside.
No, yeah. No, yeah. Say probably point more towards Boston, honestly, too.
Yeah.
So go Boston here.
Now the Chargers at 22. What do they need?
They need receivers as well.
Yeah.
Like they got. I'm blank on the guy's name right now. Like, yeah,
Quentin.
I'm trying to like
Keenan
number
Allen.
15.
Oh,
I
Ladd
thought they got
McConkey. Ladd
Keenan Allen.
McConkey.
They do got Keenan Allen as well, but like he's older.
We're talking about Ladd
Yeah,
McConkey.
their defense is pretty solid.
I
And
think they go.
but if they go O line, but like it may be a bit of reach here for O line, but they need a better O line. They have to get better. So this is a tough one.
Their O line was pretty banged up last season. A lot of them got injured. I remember.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is really a tough one. Maybe even fall. They got a solid
I
defense
think
already.
honestly,
They may go Cooper.
I think Terrell here, AJ
Terrell?
Terrell's brother. I mean, he's a cornerback. I know their cornerback room isn't the best, but like
Yeah.
I could see them going cornerback or maybe offensive guard out of Penn State. It's up to you.
I think offensive, like they need more offense. I mean,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I think offense here. But then you got the Eagles.
I don't even know what this team needs. It seems like they don't need anything.
Yeah. So they'll probably take another risk.
Yeah.
Now their receiver core is too good. I think they've lost like they lost Blankenship. They've lost some keys on
Mm.
defense. I think they go defense here.
They can go them.
Oh yeah, he'd be a good fit for them for sure. They
Yeah, I
need
don't know too
safeties,
much
I know.
about
But
out
yeah,
of Toledo. They took Quinyon Mitchell out of Toledo, and he has been one of the best cornerbacks. So maybe there's a connection there. See that happening
I feel like yeah, I think that yeah, that goes there. But then you got the Browns, and
again.
yeah, they went. So
Defense or
I don't know.
offense.
Their defense, I think, top
Oh
defense in the
yeah,
league.
yeah,
Their offense is terrible. They gotta go offense here. They need a receiver. I think Cooper here is the
yeah.
easy
Mark
pick.
Cooper.
So yeah, let's do that. Then you got the Chicago Bears, the Bears, and then Bears. It's a tough one. They're a solid team too, but the receiver core isn't as good. I don't know. But I think they go defense here, my opinion. Like you saw, like
Mm.
their defense got better as the season went on, but like then their defense did have some bad games. Like you saw that Bengals game when they allowed Bengals to put up like 42 points and they still won that game. So I think they just strengthen their defense here. I
Mm.
think they go edge in my
Yeah,
opinion.
Frederick.
Falk. Yeah. Then you got the
This
Bills.
has to be receiver.
They got Sean McDermott so they can get a receiver.
Casey
So they
Concepcion.
better go receiver. I think, yeah, Conception's the easy pick here. Then you got the 49ers.
Mm. What are they looking like?
They got basically everything. They've just been injured.
Maybe a
Maybe
receiver.
line.
Yeah, somewhere on the offense.
No, their receiver core is pretty well. They got Mike Evans. So besides
Oh yeah,
Mike
they did get
Evans,
Mike Evans on. I'm thinking maybe defense, maybe secondary. I can't name anybody off the top, so maybe on
defense,
Terrell.
yeah. Or they go offensive line.
Mm.
I think honestly, I think they go whatever this guy's Caleb, whatever this guy's name is. I
Okay.
think they go him. Just feel like they need to strengthen that O line, and hopefully that'll help with like hopefully it'll like help with Birdie and McCaffrey. But yeah, I think got the Texans now, and their
This
their defense is set, so they got to go offense here. They got to make some changes. I think they go O line, but then. You know, I think that's a bit of a reach, but it
honestly, I
is
could
late.
see them going deep.
They could strengthen that defense, but like that offense, like they did not play well this past year compared to how great this defense played, and like I think based on the players available, yeah, they may have to go
Yeah, there's
defense.
no. They're
Honestly,
reaching.
they
I
might,
think they can
might
go
as well go
McDonald.
McDonald. Oh, yeah, I feel like yeah, because they have
Yeah,
cornerbacks.
because they have
I think yeah,
Lassiter. They have. I'm thinking. Um, you know, what I'm talking about Stingley.
oh
Derek
yeah,
Stingley Jr. So
yeah.
they're set.
Oh
I
no,
think
they're good on. So they'll be
McDonald helping the
fine.
run game. McDonald stud out of Ohio State.
Uh, then you
Chiefs
got
again.
the Chiefs.
Mm.
Maybe,
We went
maybe are
cornerback
they gonna
early.
look future with healthy constantly? That might be a bit of a reach. I don't know. I do feel like they go defense here.
Mhm.
They've already gone cornerback. Maybe Zion Young. Maybe Peter Woods.
I saw a player that I think can sneak into the first round, and his upside is insane. Eli Stowers, he's a tight end. maybe he's the replacement for Kelsey.
Okay.
He's a beast. He's
Yeah,
not
that's
even a
what I
tight
was
end.
saying. Yeah, I
I think
think let's go him.
yeah, I'm not going. He's literally a receiver playing tight end, and he was insane with Diego Pavia. Yeah, I could see that. Back they develop him behind Travis Kelsey. They have another All Pro tight end there.
Then you got the Miami Dolphins. I don't know how they got another pick, but
Yeah. I think it's Avion Terrell. We skipped on cornerback for a receiver earlier.
yeah, and they got rid of
Ram.
yeah,
Here.
Fitzpatrick, whatever, and
Yeah.
Ramsey as well. Like, yeah, they need quarterback here. So Terrell. Then you got the New England Patriots. Yes, they may be reaching, but they need a receiver. Like, they need. I'm gonna take Branch here. He was solid for Georgia, a good pick, but especially losing Diggs, they got Romeo Dobbs, but we need another solid guy. We just need to make that receiver depth better. I think they go Branch here.
Yeah. Branch is a speedster. Like the speed he has transferring to Georgia, he was a beast. Return specialist. He could do it all. His speed is deadly. So yeah, I could definitely see it happen. Another weapon gift Drake May. And now we reached the end of the first round with the Seattle Seahawks, the Super Bowl champs. Who do they need? They did lose a few players in the offseason when we saw them lose, like Kenneth Walker going to the Chiefs.
So they need a running back, honestly.
No. They got
they
Kenneth.
have
Not Kenneth. Well,
they
they
have
have
yeah, but to back him up, to back that guy up.
yeah, but that's kind of too.
Yeah, oh yeah, 50. Yeah, maybe they'll get a guy later.
Maybe someone in the trenches, like an offensive lineman.
Offensive line or defense.
Ooh,
Okay.
Colton Hood.
Colton Hurd.
Hood.
Yeah.
He is a. There's been a lot of noise around him. He's really good at Tennessee, and they just lost what's his name to the Eagles. Um, Tariq Woolen. Yeah, Tariq Woolen. They lost him, so I could see him going Colton Hood here to wrap up the first round.
Right. So I think we go Hood here, and yeah, that's our first round. So yeah, that will basically wrap it up. But comment what your picks are. Kevin, is there any like more predictions you got?
No, not really. Our boldest prediction was Ty Simpson, but that is really
that could happen. Yeah.
But I do think if they wanted to draft him, they would trade down for sure.
Oh yeah, they probably would, but how much? Jets may take him at 16th, so
Yeah.
he may be a good pick there after all. Rams don't really need to add up much, so be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, I think I want to know what you guys think, what picks you got going on. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for tuning on in this one, and yeah. But I'm Ben Silk here with Kevin Deleg. Great night, everyone. See you next time.
See you.